Welcome, everybody, to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Jeremy Krug, and we're on the campus of West Kentucky Community and Technical College in Paducah with two teams who have made it to the championship match of the 2023 West Kentucky Academic Bowl. It's a game of quick recall where two teams from across the region are going to be competing today to win $5,500 in scholarship cash. On today's show, it's McCracken County High School taking on Calloway County High School. Let's meet our contestants. We'll start with McCracken County High School. First, we have Eden Bridge Hayes. She likes to play the flute. Next to Eden, we have Ethan Brown, who's in theater. Next, we have the captain of McCracken County, Owen Cody. He plays the piano, organ, and the alto sax. And finally, for McCracken, we have Garrett Greenwell, who plays the drums. Next, we have Calloway County. We have, first of all, Ellie Wisman, who's in the school newspaper. Then we have Isaac Martin, who plays guitar. He's the captain of Calloway. Next to Isaac, we have Ethan Kane, who's into robotics. And lastly, we have Cesar Villeda, who's a Kentucky geography buff. We'd like to congratulate both teams on making it here, as well as their coaches. The coach for McCracken County High School is Tammy Bohannon, and the coach for Calloway County High School is Erica Gray. Well, we're going to go ahead and play the first half. I'm going to ask 30 questions. When you answer a toss-up question correctly, you'll earn the right to the first shot at a bonus question. If both teams are ready, let's go ahead and start with toss-up 1. Cotton Mather once called this minister of Malden's congregational church a, quote, feeble little shadow of a man. During the severe drought of 1662, he penned God's Controversy with New England. Identify this Puritan writer of the best-selling poem, The Day of Doom. McCracken Eden.
Wigglesworth.
It is Wigglesworth. Here's your bonus 2. This composer earned 3 Grammys for his tribute to the victims of the September 11th attacks on the transmigration of souls. He titled a string septet Shaker Loops and included minimalist elements in Short Ride in a Fast Machine. Give the name of this man whose first opera was Nixon in China.
Adams.
That's correct. Toss-up 3. First published in 1970 as a companion to the Harikiri magazine, this publication's headquarters was the site of a January 2015 terrorist attack. Calloway, Caesar.
Charlie Hebdo.
That is correct. Here's your bonus 4 going to Calloway. Point A is reflected across the origin and translated up 2 units. The coordinates of point A prime are -7, 5. Find the coordinates of point A.
I designate Caesar. 7, -3.
That is correct. Have a tie score, 2-2. Toss-up 5. In contrast to the monomeric small GTPases, the more complex varieties of these proteins are made of interacting alpha, beta, and gamma subunits. They often act as molecular switches. What is this common name? McCracken Garrett.
Enzymes.
Incorrect. I'll continue. What is this common name for guanine nucleotide binding proteins? Calloway, Ethan.
Amino acids.
No, the answer is G proteins. Toss-up 6. When 145 is added to a number, the result is 55 more than 4 times that number. Find that number. McCracken Garrett.
30.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. McCracken, number 7. This novel's protagonist travels from British India to Misselthwaite Manor in Yorkshire, England. Mary Lennox befriends her cousin Colin Craven, as well as Dickens Sowerby, as the children revitalize an abandoned portion of the estate. What is this classic children's novel written by Frances Hodgson Burnett?
The Secret Garden.
The Secret Garden.
That's correct. Toss-up number 8. The Ural, Terek, and Volga rivers empty into this large inland sea. It is bordered by Russia to the north. Calloway, Caesar.
Caspian Sea.
That is correct. It is Caspian. Here's your bonus, Calloway. Organic chemists call this compound ethanoic acid. The anhydrous form of this acid is referred to as its glacial form. Give the name of this acid with chemical formulas HC2H3O2, which gives vinegar its distinctive sour smell.
Acetic.
That is correct. Toss-up 10. He was under command of the St. Paul in 1741 when he became separated from his superior, and commander of the St. Peter, Vitus Bering. After the separation, his crew sighted land and made landfall in southern Alaska, becoming the first Europeans to do so. Name this Russian navigator. Calloway Caesar.
Wrangel.
Incorrect. McCracken, would you like to buzz in? McCracken Owen.
Tasman.
No, the answer is Alexei Chirikov. Toss-up 11. This dance style is closely related to both the jive and the Lindy Hop. Danced to syncopated music in 4/4. Calloway Isaac.
Swing.
Nope, I'll continue. Dance to syncopated music in 4/4 time. It is a partner dance that relies on hand-holding, rock steps, and turns. Identify this dance with an insect-like name. McCracken Owen.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, that's correct, and you take the lead with that question. Here's your bonus, 12. In this novel, Boxer and Clover help spread the philosophy first postulated by Old Major. Napoleon ousts
Animal Farm.
That is correct. Toss-up 13. Rationalize the expression 8 over the quantity 1 minus radical 3 closed quantity. That's time. The answer was -4 minus 4 radical 3. Toss-up 14. One form of this technique is performed alongside mass spectrometry for forensic analysis, dividing the length traveled by the analyte and the solvent. Calloway Isaac.
Chromatography.
That is correct. It is chromatography. And here's your bonus, number 15. This documentary features video montages during which the Beatles' Happiness is a Warm Gun and Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World respectively play. It examines the so-called climate of fear that contributed to Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold's massacre of their fellow students at a Colorado high school. Identify this Best Documentary Oscar winner, written and directed by Michael Moore.
Isn't it Ellie?
Bowling for Columbine.
That is correct. And scores tied again. Toss-up 16. Solve the following inequality for S. The absolute value of quantity 3s plus 7, closed quantity, is less than 5. That's time. The answer was -4 is less than S is less than -2/3. Toss-up 17. About 60% of this southwestern state's population live in Maricopa County. So, Calloway Caesar.
Arizona.
That is correct, and you take the lead, 7-6 with that toss-up. Here's your bonus, Calloway, number 18. Two-word answer, please. This payment method is available in many locations, including banks and the United States Post Office. Less used in personal checks and debit cards, it continues to be a safe and convenient way to transfer small sums of money. What is this order on the issuer to pay money on demand to the person named on the order?
Sure.
Wire transfer.
That's incorrect. McCracken?
That doesn't it, Garrett?
Credit card.
No, the answer is money order. Money order. Toss up 19. This pronoun category is also known as emphatic. One appears in the sentence, Sarah can do it herself. What, Calloway, Ellie?
Reflexive.
Incorrect. I'll continue. What is this pronoun ending in self or selves, which is not to be confused with the reflexive pronoun? McCracken, Eden.
Intensive.
It is intensive. Here's your bonus, McCracken. Her parents were among the some 120 settlers aboard the Lion when it left England in May 1587 and later landed on Roanoke Island. She was there among the settlers who had disappeared from the colony when her grandfather, Governor John White, returned with aid 1590 or in 1590.
Virginia Dare.
That is correct. And you have taken the lead with that question, 8-7. Toss up 21. Simplify and give your answer as a single power. The fourth root of x times the sixth root of x. McCracken Garrett.
X to the 124th.
Incorrect. Calloway Caesar.
X to the 1/3.
Incorrect. The answer is x to the 5/12 power. Toss up 22. This ancient writer created the poetic genre that inspired Virgil's Eclogues and Milton's Lycidas. While living in Syracuse, Kos, and Alexandria, he wrote a series of pastoral poems known as Idylls. Named this ancient Greek bucolic poet of the herdsman and the spell. Calloway, Ellie.
Pindar.
Incorrect. McCracken, Eden.
Sallust.
No, the answer is Theocritus. Theocritus. Toss up 23. This disease is one of the oldest nutritional disorders known to man. It results from a deficiency of vitamin C. McCracken Garrett.
Scurvy.
It is scurvy. Here's your bonus, McCracken. Sonia took a job that paid $10 an hour. In recognition of Sonia's good work, her boss raised her salary to $12 an hour. As a percent, calculate the rate of increase in Sonia's salary.
20%.
20%.
That is correct.
Good job.
Score is 10-7. McCracken in the lead. Toss up 25. In the 17th and early 18th centuries, this word described the dance music that formed the first part of a suite. It also refers to a triple-time peasant dance still performed in parts of Switzerland and Germany. What is this dance? McCracken Owen.
Allemande.
It is Allemande. Here's your bonus, 26, going to McCracken. One quantity named for this process is approximately equal to the square root of relative permittivity and varies in birefringent materials. An index named for this process appears in Snell's law describing this process. Name this process in which light rays change direction between changing media, which is often contrasted with reflection.
Refraction.
Refraction.
That is correct. It's refraction. Toss up 27. In works such as Motivation and Personality and Toward a Psychology of Being, he popularized the theory of self-actualization as a psychological concept. Identify the American psychologist known for proposing the theory that every individual has a hierarchy of needs. McCracken Ethan.
Maslow.
It is Maslow. Your bonus, 28. This event has been a popular subject in Christian art, depicted by lesser-known artists such as Juan Duanes and Pietro Perugino. Most interpretations of this event consist of the central figures gathered around a table, such as in the painting by Tintoretto.
Last Supper.
That is correct, Last Supper. Toss up 29. This character, whose name means furrow in Sanskrit, is considered an incarnation of the goddess Lakshmi. She endures banishment in a forest after surviving a kidnapping by the demon king Ravana. McCracken Eden.
Sita.
It is Sita. And your bonus, number 30, is the last of this half. Solve for x in the following inequality. The absolute value of the quantity 3x minus 7, close quantity, plus 2, is less than 19.
Three, two.
I designate Garrett.
X is less than 8, and also, never mind.
That's incorrect. Calloway?
I designate Ethan.
X is
Hesitation.
greater
That's
than-
his hesitation. The answer is negative 10/3 is less than x is less than 8. All right, well, we're at the end of the first half of the championship match, and it's a very good game. We have McCracken leading by a score of 15-7 over Calloway County. Don't go away. We'll be right back for the second half of the West Kentucky Academic Bowl 2023 Championships. Welcome back to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We are at halftime, and in our championship match, McCracken County is leading Calloway County by a score of 15-7. We're going to go ahead and get started with the second half, but before we do have a substitution from the McCracken County side. We have Cole Cannon playing for McCracken. He plays the mandolin when he's not on the academic team. Well, let's go ahead and continue with our second half. We've checked the buzzers, and we'll begin with toss-up 1. The songs of this genre fall into 3 categories: hondo, intermedio, and chico. It also employs instrumental music performed by guitars and castanets. Identify this genre originating in Spain's Andalusia region. Calloway Isaac.
Flamenco.
It is flamenco. Here's your bonus, 2. The fiber of this herbaceous annual plant is obtained from the inner bast tissue of the plant's stem bark. It likely originated on the Indian subcontinent. Name this plant whose fibers are used in fabrics for packaging bags, sacks, and wrappings where strong fabrics are required.
Hemp.
Incorrect. McCracken?
Designate Cole.
no answer.
The answer is jute. Jute. Toss up 3. This platonic solid has 12 vertices and 30 edges. Each of its faces is an equilateral triangle. Give the name, McCracken Garrett.
Icosahedron.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 4. This document was issued following the Civil War battle at Antietam Creek in 1862. It affected only those parts of the South still in rebellion. What document announced that slaves in those parts were henceforth free?
Emancipation Proclamation.
That is correct. Toss-up 5. This man completed his last major work, 1940's Symphonic Dances, approximately 2 years before his death. He wrote the symphonic poem The Isle of the Dead and composed the bells while living in Moscow. McCracken Owen.
Rachmaninoff.
That's correct. Here's your bonus 6. The events A and B are independent. If the probability of event B given event A is 0.65 and the probability of event A is 0.2, find the probability of event B.
Designate Garrett.
0.123.
That's incorrect. Calloway?
I designate Caesar. 0.13.
Incorrect. Since they're independent, the answer is 0.65. Toss up 7. This painter of Apollo Slays Python portrayed women of Algiers in their apartment after an influential trip to North Africa. The Greek War of Independence from the Ottoman Empire inspired McCracken Owen.
Delacroix.
It is Delacroix. Here's your bonus, McCracken. This literary term is a synonym for potpourri or hodgepodge when it refers to a work comprising elements of other compositions. It also names a literary work that imitates an earlier work's style in a celebratory manner. Identify this genre that is closely related to parody.
Allegory.
I designate Eden.
Satire.
Incorrect. Calloway.
I designate Ellie.
Farce.
No, the answer is pastiche. Toss up 9. These small disc-like structures contain a variety of protein complexes, such as photosystems 1 and 2, the cytochrome. Calloway, Isaac.
Chloroplast.
Incorrect. I'll continue. These small disc-like structures contain a variety of protein complexes, such as photosystems 1 and 2, the cytochrome B6F complex, and ATP synthase. They're collected into stacks known as grana. What are these discs? McCracken Cole.
Thylakoid.
It is thylakoids. Here's your bonus, McCracken. This daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia was chained to a rock and nearly devoured by a sea monster. Instead, she married her savior, the Greek hero Perseus. Identify this mythological woman who shares her name with a spiral galaxy.
Andromeda.
It is Andromeda, correct. And after 10 questions, we have a score of McCracken 21, Calloway 8. Here's toss-up 11. In this novel, the Takashima family moves from Iowa to Georgia, where the parents work in a hatchery. Katie is distraught when her older sister Lynn dies. Calloway Ellie.
Kira.
That's correct. Here's your bonus 12. To convert a temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, use the formula F equals 9/5 times C plus 32, where F is the Fahrenheit temperature and C is the Celsius temperature. Convert 20 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit.
I got it.
I designate Caesar.
68.
That is correct. It is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Toss-up 13. This dramatist first wrote Gods of the Lightning in response to the Sacco and Vanzetti trial, but returned to the subject in Winterset. Historical intrigue inspired Elizabeth the Queen and Mary of Scotland, but his Pulitzer-winning drama is set in Congress. Who wrote Both Your Houses? That's time. It was Maxwell Anderson. Toss-up 14. This goddess's temple, which was located in the Roman Forum, housed a perpetual fire. She was the patron goddess. Calloway Ellie.
Hestia.
That is incorrect. I will continue. This goddess's temple, which was located in the Roman Forum, housed a perpetual fire. She was the patron goddess of bakers and was often depicted with a donkey. Who was this Roman goddess of the hearth? McCracken Owen.
Vesta.
It is Vesta. Here's your bonus, McCracken. The diagonals of rectangular QRST intersect at point V. The length of segment QV is represented by the expression 3x plus 11, and the length of segment SV is represented by the expression 4x plus 8, where the lengths of the two segments are measured in units. In units, find the length of the diagonal segment QS.
7x plus 90. I think.
40.
40.
That is correct. Toss-up 16. Structures described by the shape of these animals include the mammalion's ear cochlea. This term can refer. Calloway, Ethan.
Snail.
It is a snail. Here's your bonus, 17, going to Calloway. Named for a former U.S. Senator from North Carolina, this mountain is the highest point both along the Appalachian National Scenic Trail and in the state of Tennessee. What mountain, located near Tennessee's border with North Carolina, is noted for its summit observation tower, which allows unobstructed views of the Great Smoky Mountains?
I designate Caesar.
Burr.
That's incorrect. McCracken?
Klingman's Dome.
It is Klingman's Dome. Toss up 18. This field of study was greatly advanced by Roger Torrey Peterson in parts of his Peterson Field Guide series. Earlier, John James Audubon had produced an illustrated book. Calloway Isaac.
Ornithology.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 19. This Greek prefix may be seen before economics, evolution, particle, and organism. It might also precede biology, manage, and scope. In the SI framework of measurement, it represents a value of 10 to the negative 6th power. Identify this prefix meaning small.
Micro.
It is micro. And we'll check the score. We have a score of McCracken 24, Calloway 13. Here's toss-up 20. This former Army officer entered Parliament and presided over a prison reform committee in 1729. He saw North America as a place where the poor and destitute, Calloway Caesar.
Oglethorpe.
It was Oglethorpe, that's correct. Here's your bonus, 21. Among this man's large red stabile sculptures are flamingo, eagle, and flying dragon. His lifelong interest in wire led to kinetic sculptures like a universe and lobster trap and fishtail. Who invented the mobile?
Alexander.
That's incorrect. McCracken?
Alexander Calder.
It was Calder, that's correct. Toss up 22. Former President Donald Trump called this man a genius and a friend of mine, while President Joe Biden called this man a war criminal. After becoming McCracken Owen,
Vladimir Putin.
that is correct, it was Putin. Here's your bonus, 23. Jacques Picard and Don Walsh explored this area's depths in 1960, followed by James Cameron in 2012. It appears to be where two adjacent tectonic plates collide, one being forced below the other. Name this deepest known sea trench located in the Pacific Ocean.
Mariana.
That is correct. Toss up 24. This man was born Leslie Lynch King Jr. McCracken Owen.
Gerald Ford.
That is correct. It was President Ford. Here's your bonus, 25. This quantity equals Boltzmann's constant times the log of the number of microstates. The second law of thermodynamics states that this quantity, denoted S, is constantly increasing in the universe. Name this quantity that measures the amount of disorder in a system.
Entropy.
It is entropy. Toss up 26. The diameter of circle C has a length of 20 units. If a chord in the circle lies at a distance of 5 units from the center of the circle, calculate the length of the chord in units. McCracken Garrett.
5 radical 3.
Incorrect. That's time. The answer is 10 radical 3. Toss up 27. This Latin root means pull. It can be found after ex, con, or pro. Identify the root which, as a standalone word, follows digestive in the name of an organ system. Calloway Isaac.
Tract.
It is tract. Yes. Here's your bonus, Calloway. Breathing in this element is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. Often found in basements, it is produced naturally as ores of heavy elements decay. Identify this radioactive noble gas, the heaviest naturally occurring gas on the periodic table.
Radon.
That is correct. Toss up 29. Promoted to Major General in early 1862, he was given command of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Later that year, he was made Lieutenant General and took command of Tennessee, Eastern Louisiana, and Mississippi, where he was ultimately ordered. McCracken Owen.
Grant.
Incorrect. I'll continue. Later that year, he was made Lieutenant General and took command of Tennessee, Eastern Louisiana, and Mississippi, where he was ultimately ordered by President Jefferson Davis to defend a major fortress city on the Mississippi River. Identify the Confederate general remembered for his long but ultimately unsuccessful defense of Vicksburg. Calloway Caesar.
Brewery Guard.
Incorrect. The answer was Pemberton. General John C. Pemberton. And the last toss-up of the match, number 30. This element was discovered by Ferdinand Reich and Hieronymus Theodor Richter in 1863. The scarcity of this element is likely to lead to problems in the creation of modern technologies. Calloway Isaac.
Helium.
Nope, I'll continue. What is this element with number 49 and symbol IN? McCracken Owen.
Indium.
It is indium, and we are at the end of the second half. We're going to take a short break to check the score and add up the points, and we'll be right back for the conclusion of the championship match of West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Welcome back to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We've just played our championship match for 2023, and McCracken County has defeated Calloway County High School by a score of 30-16. So congratulations to both teams for making it to the championship match of this year's tournament. Now, Calloway County, as the runner-up of the tournament, you are going to win a total of $2,500 in scholarship cash to divide among your team. So congratulations for such a victory in this tournament. And McCracken County, you are the 2023 West Kentucky Academic Bowl champions. You will receive $5,500 to divide among your team in scholarship cash. Congratulations on your victory this season. I'd like to thank all of you at home for watching our matches this year. I'd like to invite you all to join us on our next season of West Kentucky Academic Bowl, when we'll bring you another series of excellent competitions. Thank you all for watching. I'm Jeremy Krug. We'll see you next time.